Hello FPL managers, today we have got the how to play basics for FPL coming into the brand new season. In today's video we explain the how to play basics such as the likes of selecting your squad, how transfers work, captaincy and vice captaincy, as well as chips and also scoring. So coming into the brand new FPL season, if you guys want to increase your rank this year, then head over to Fantasy Football Fix and use our code FPLflare65. This is linked as the top link in the description down below to get yourself 65% off the Fix membership and also get yourselves a free strategy guide. So just before we get into the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to show support for the channel. And once again, click that notification bell so you guys don't miss any future uploads. And with that being said, let's get into the video. So just before we jump into the rules and scoring, if you guys are unsure or haven't made a team yet, FPL is now live for the new 2021-22 season, which is coming up just around the corner. You can head to fantasypremierleague.com or download the FPL app to play Fantasy Premier League now. So when you are selecting your initial squad, to join the game, select a fantasy football squad of 15 players consisting of 2 goalkeepers, 5 defenders, 5 midfielders and 3 forwards. In terms of your budget, the total value of your initial squad must not exceed £100 million, and in terms of players per team, you can only have 3 players from the same team to start the year. This remains the same throughout the duration of the Premier League season, so it is key to balance out your squad so you don't have to rely on more than 3 players from the same team. Just a tip, when you are selecting your initial squad, when you are going for goalkeepers and defenders, it is key not to go for a double up or triple up on the players from the same team, because if they don't receive a clean sheet, which is the main point source for goalkeepers and defenders, it can lead to a multitude of players getting no points. It is best to spread out your assets across multiple teams, whether that be in defenders, midfielders or forwards or even keepers, to make sure you maximise your points. It is also key to note that player values can change throughout the duration of the season based on how many managers transfer them in and out, so your squad value can go up from £100 million but could also go down. But when you are transferring out a player, for every £0.2 million they do go up in price, you can only sell them for £0.1 million more. So for example, if a player is priced at £10 million and goes up to £10.4 million, you can then only sell that player on for £10.2 million. But when you are buying a player, regardless of the price, that is the exact price that you pay no matter how much the price has changed. So when you are choosing your starting 11 from your 15 player squad, you will select 11 players each game week to start for your team. All your points for the game week will be scored by these 11 players, however if one or more players does not play, they may be automatically substituted. Your team can play in any formation providing that there is at least 1 goalkeeper, 3 defenders and 1 forward on the pitch at all times. In terms of substitutions, your substitutions do provide cover for unforeseen events like injuries or postponements by automatically replacing starting players who don't play in a game week. Playing in a game week means that playing at least 1 minute or receiving a yellow or red card. When you are selecting your bench, you will see that it is players numbered 1 through 4. The first player is the goalkeeper, so if your goalkeeper does not play, then your substitute goalkeeper will be subbed on if he does play in that game week. For your outfield players positioned 1 through 3, the first player on the bench is the player that will be substituted on if you have a starting player that does not play, and as you can see, the second player will be the second substituted player if 2 players don't play, and the same thing for the third player. So if any of your outfield players don't play in a game week, they will be substituted by the highest priority outfield player who has been selected as your substitute. So it is key when you are selecting your bench that as the first bench option you have the player that you think will receive the most points, because that is going to get you the most points at the end of the week. So now moving on to another key feature when you are selecting your squad, it is the captaincy and vice captaincy. From your starting 11 you nominate a captain and a vice captain, as your captain's score will be doubled for that week. If your captain plays 0 minutes in the game week, then the captain will be switched to the vice captain. This means that the vice captain's score will be doubled for that week. But if both the captain and vice captain play 0 minutes in a game week, then no player's score will be doubled. Just a tip, when you are selecting your captain and vice captain, it is key to nominate players that aren't playing in the same fixture. As we did see last season, many fixtures get moved around, so if the fixture does get postponed with your captain and vice captain in the same game, then you will receive no players getting scores doubled, which is obviously severely detrimental to your points. So now moving on to the FPL chips available, there is 4 chips that can be used throughout the season, which do include triple captain, bench boost, wildcard and free hit. The wildcard can be used twice throughout the season as it does reset after game week 18. This is roughly halfway through the year, so it is important to use your first wildcard before game week 18, as once it passes game week 18 you can't have 2 wildcards, your first one will disappear. So first of all, taking a look at the triple captain is pretty self-explanatory in terms of the fact that your captain's points are tripled instead of doubled for that game week. This can be quite a useful chip if you do have a player playing in a double game week or you are projecting them to get quite a few points, as you do get that extra bonus score compared to the captaincy. Bench boost means the points scored by your bench players do count to your total score instead of just the 11 players getting their scores counted, which does allow you to have a total of 15 players having scores counted to your overall game week score, which can seriously see you get a nice rank rise. The wildcard allows you to have all transfers, including those that have already been made on a game week, to be free of charge, which allows you to make unlimited changes to your squad with no punishment. And the fourth and final chip is the free hit, which does allow you to make unlimited free transfers for a single game week, but at the next deadline your squad is returned to how it was at the start of the game week. So it is similar in a sense to a wild card, that you are allowed to make unlimited changes for that week, but with the free hit your team does change back to how it was before you used your free hit. The bench boost and triple captain chips can be used each once a season and are played when saving your team on the My Team page. They can be cancelled at any time before the game week deadline. The free hit chip can be used once a season and it is played when confirming your transfers and can't be cancelled after confirmed. So now moving on to FPL leagues and cups, there are 3 different types of FPL leagues, which include invitational, public and global. There is no limit to the amount of managers in individual leagues and cups, and managers are automatically entered into global cups such as the likes of the Global League, the League for your national region and your selected Premier League club league. With invitational leagues, these are only done by select private invites that you can send to your friends around if you do create the league or are the founder of the league. Leagues are a great way to compete with your friends, or if you want to play more seriously, see how you can compare to many of the other FPL managers, and they're just a great way to test your general skill level. So now moving on to a key talking point, it is game weeks and transfers. Before the FPL season starts, you do have unlimited transfers to make to your squad, which does allow you to make unlimited changes without the punishment of minus points. Once the Premier League season starts, each game week 1 transfer is added to be used. Transfers do cap at 2 per week, so if you don't use your transfer the previous week, you do have a total of 2 transfers for the next week. You can't keep saving transfers for getting 1 every single week, it caps at 2, so you have to make sure you keep using your transfers. If you do use more than your 1 free transfer or 2 free transfers per week, depending on how many transfers you've saved up, you do take a -4 cost per transfer. So it is very key that you do plan out your transfers coming into the season, as you don't want to be taking that many minus hits across the year. As you can see here, after game week 1 you do have an extra transfer available for game week 2, and the same applies for the rest of the season with the transfers capping at 2. And the final point of the video is the main talking point, which is point scoring. For all players, for going onto the pitch, they do get themselves 1 point for the appearance, plus if they play 60 minutes in a game they get 1 extra point to total for 2 points. For any position, an assist is worth 3 points, a yellow card is -1, a red card -3, and an own goal -2. For goalkeepers, a goal is 6 points, saving a penalty is 5, a clean sheet is 4, and every 3 saves they do get 1 point as well, but for every 2 goals conceded it is -1 points. For defenders, scoring a goal is the same as keepers, as they get themselves a whopping 6 points, plus the extra 4 points for the clean sheet, but then once again like keepers, for every 2 goals conceded they do get a -1 point. For midfielders, scoring a goal is 1 less than defenders and keepers, as they get 5, and they do get 1 point for a clean sheet as well, and for forwards, scoring a goal is worth 4. So that's all we've got for today for the how to play basics coming into the brand new FPL season. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, give it a like and subscribe to show support for the channel. And once again, click that notification bell so you guys don't miss any future uploads. Also, leave a comment what you guys thought of this how to play basics video, and do you have any further questions. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.